Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Steps away to his left. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Baldwin with it over the middle. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's a second down. From the gun, here's Goff. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. You always have got the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson. Finds his target, Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st down Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
14.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Rams getting set to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Montgomery on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. On first down, it's gone. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Super one, super one. 56, right there, 56.
On second down, here's Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And out now come the Seahawks. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And an alley to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Here we go, check him up. We're good, we're good.
Now Now a first down throw. Gone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw. Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Goff now on second down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd and 2. Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To throw is gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, gone. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Goff now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Jared Goff, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mike Daniels in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Wilson. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He finds Hurns left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. Eluding the play. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Wilson being chased out left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting to the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He finds his man, Baldwin. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. To throw again is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
14.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On third and goal, Wilson flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying the magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's gone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Barkevious Mingo in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Forced out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Goff. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. Now Goff. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Looking for Woods that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. More than a foot or so wide to the left. And that changes everything here in OT. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
The pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line, Muhammad Wilkerson. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's able to get it out of there. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. A give. This is Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Right back to him on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And some space here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
We got three.
Coming left is Kamara. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Jester.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Los Angeles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below.
Yeah. For real, it's real for real. I'm in the field for real.